Alright, I just got back from watching Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, and wow, I honestly need a moment to process everything I just saw. This wasn't just another anime movie, it felt like an event, almost like the culmination of everything Demon Slayer has been building toward. In this video, I'm going to share my thoughts on the visuals, sound, pacing, performances, and the overall experience. Don't worry, I won't spoil anything. I just want to give you a sense of what it feels like to sit through this 2.5-hour ride. So, sitting there in the theater, the very first thing that hit me was just how massive this movie feels. The Infinity Castle itself is overwhelming. The scale, the colors, the way it moves and shifts, it really felt alive. And immediately, I could tell Ufotable pushed themselves harder than ever before. I thought Mugen Train was peak anime movie animation, but honestly, this is on another level. Every frame has so much detail that at times I felt guilty for blinking. You can tell they wanted to make sure this felt cinematic, not just like a long anime episode. The animation deserves its own section because, let's be real, it's one of the main reasons we all go to Demon Slayer movies. And yeah, this is hands down the best animation I've ever seen in an anime film. The fluidity of the battles, the way the camera moves, it's so smooth, it almost doesn't feel real. There were moments where I just sat there, jaw dropped, thinking, how is this even possible? It's the kind of work that makes you appreciate how far animation has come. Compared to the Swordsmith Village arc or even Mugen Train, this just feels more polished, more alive, and honestly, more terrifying. Fans online are calling it unreal, and I completely agree. It's not just about flashy fights, it's about atmosphere. The castle feels oppressive, like it's breathing around the characters. It really pulls you in. Now, animation is only half the story. The sound design blew me away too. The score by Yuki Kajira and Go Shina is epic, but what I really loved was how it made emotional moments hit harder. The orchestra swells during battles, but then it quiets down in reflective scenes, almost letting you breathe for a second before the chaos kicks in again. And of course, the theme songs. Aimer and Lisa just killed it. Their tracks fit perfectly, and hearing them in the theater gave me chills. Honestly, the music sticks with you even after the credits roll. It doesn't completely reinvent Demon Slayer's sound style, but it refines it. Everything feels tighter, sharper, more powerful. Alright, let's talk about the story without spoiling anything. Since this is the start of a trilogy, don't expect everything to get resolved here. What you do get, though, is an emotional roller coaster. The direction by Haruo Sotozaki really nails the balance between non-stop action and quiet, reflective moments. There are flashbacks that slow things down a bit, and yeah, you can feel the runtime at times, but honestly, I didn't mind. For me, those moments gave weight to the characters and their struggles. The highs are really high, and the lows, they hurt. Watching the audience around me, I could hear gasps, a few sniffles, and then bursts of applause at the end. It really feels like you're watching something bigger than just another movie. The voice acting is another highlight. In Japanese, Natsuki Hanae as Tanjiro just pours so much emotion into every line. You really feel his determination. I read later that some of the voice actors were crying during recordings, and after seeing the film, I believe it. That raw emotion carries through in the performances. Now let's be honest, this movie is long. 2 hours and 35 minutes is a lot, especially for an anime film. Did it drag? For me, no. The pacing was deliberate, and yeah, there are quieter sections that some people might find slow, but I think they're necessary. For me, the runtime actually gave the film room to breathe. The big moments land harder because of those slower beats. But if you're expecting constant action from start to finish, just be ready. This is more balanced than that. In just over a month, the film has already made $261.8 million worldwide. That's enough to make it Japan's highest-grossing film of 2025 so far, and the third highest of all time in the country. To give you some perspective, when Mugen Train dropped back into 2020, it made $507 million worldwide and became a cultural phenomenon. Now, with Infinity Castle, you can feel the ambition. It's not just about breaking box office numbers, it's about raising the bar for what anime cinema can look and feel like. This film feels more polished, more ambitious, and more confident than anything Demon Slayer has done before. So, final thoughts. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle isn't just worth watching. It's an experience. The visuals are groundbreaking, the music is unforgettable, and the emotional highs and lows will stick with you long after the credits roll. Yes, it's only the first part of a trilogy, and yes, the pacing might test some viewers, but for me, this movie absolutely delivered. If you've already seen it, drop your thoughts in the comments. Did it live up to the hype? And if you haven't, seriously, grab your tickets. Also, if you're curious about the next big Hollywood blockbuster that might cross $1 billion at the box office, check out my video popping up somewhere on the screen right now. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time.